Lesson number 9 is on marketing. Marketing is how you reach out to customers in order to influence them to come to your restaurant. And also, marketing can go as far as basically getting the customer to order what you want them to order without them even knowing. So, let me show you how this works. Go to Reports, Product Menu Mix. Now, this is the week ending January 13th, and you can see the items and all sorts of information over here. But what we're looking at right now is the quantity sold. All right, so scroll down to the grand total of items sold, and that would be 590 for this week. All right, now if you look down at our profit, we are negative 1,121. Okay, so let's go to Actions, Print Advertising. Now these are magazines that we can market ourselves in. So we're going to take out an ad in romantic dining. Will this help us? It's going to reach 61,000 people. But the question is our target demographic couples? Because this is going to reach couples. Obviously, family life's more for families. Business would be more for business people. Okay? So let's run to January 21st. Don't forget to increase the speed. We're going to be sitting here a long time. When you looked at that advertising, you may have noticed social media, which obviously would be like Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, things like that. Table tablets. Sometimes there's also table tents. What that is when you go to a restaurant, say like Applebee's, and you see this little cardboard tent with all the specials printed on it. That would be a form of advertising. Nowadays they have tablets as well, so you can get on that iPad or whatever tablet they have on the table while you're waiting for your food. It'll show the specials. It'll show certain foods that might be appealing that you can order. And then suggestive selling is, say you want more of the fisherman's platter to sell because it makes more money for the restaurant, then you would have your waiter or your waitress, when they bring the menus to the customers or take their orders, they will do suggestive selling. So they would say, hey, welcome to the restaurant. Just so you know, special of the day is the fisherman's platter. Or when they say, do you need any recommendations? Then they can say, hey, the fisherman's platter is great. I've had it. It's delicious. It's perfect for your family. Do you want to give it a try? And all 4 of these types of marketing work. And you can use all of them. So that's the rundown. All right, now we are finally to the 21st. So let's go to Reports, Product Menu Mix, and see what has changed. So remember, the number of entrees that were sold was 590, and now it's 581 after pulling out that ad. We spent a lot of money, and it didn't really affect anything, right? So it stayed about the same. And then if you look down at the profit, remember the profit was like negative 1,100, so we lost another 700. So clearly we're targeting the wrong demographic. All right. Oh, see, we targeted the wrong population for our restaurant. So let's send out a survey. Go to Actions and then New Survey. We're going to ask, do you eat out as a business, couple, or family? And which restaurant has a menu you like? Where is that one? Right here. It's going to cost us $2,300. Okay. All right. Now, click on the question that says which restaurant has a menu you like. And then Lily's is our restaurant. Okay. So which demographic likes Lily's? Not the families. Or maybe it is the families. Oh, yeah, it's the families. Okay, I was looking at that backwards. So it's not the couples. It's not the business people. It's the families. So we are targeting the wrong group. Couples don't care. So family. Okay, go to actions, print advertising. Now we don't want to be advertising to romantic dining venues. We want to advertise to family life. Okay, so let's run to February 11th. Oh, this one's going to take a bit. So you'll notice that these sims don't really take as long as the dashboard says they will. Just the longest amount of time is spent waiting for the calendar to cycle through to the date that you're running it to. At least it's entertaining though. You can see what all the cooks are doing, make sure your employees are staying productive, seeing what the customers are doing. You can always watch the messages while you wait. Couples and business people are complaining about the menu, but we're not going to be too concerned about that because first of all, it's a small number of people. 2, 3. Second of all, they're not the customer that we are aiming to please. We're aiming to please the families. It's nice to please all the customers, but sometimes you can't make everyone happy. So you just focus on the largest group that's in your area as your customer. Okay, so now we can go to reports, product menu mix. Now take a look at the quantity of entrees sold, and now it's 847. So remember before it was $5.90, I think. So it's about $850. So we've definitely seen an increase. And what is our current profit? It's $16.58. So about $1,700 if we're rounding up. Okay, so let's go to reports, product menu mix. Oh, that's where I just was. All right, look at chicken parmesan, which is here. How many did we sell this week? 55, so rounding up, that's about 60. All right, so chicken parmesan, we are charging $19, and it only costs us $3.30 to make. So the profit we are making is $16.33. Every time we sell one of those, we're making $16. So compared to the other items, the profit margin is pretty high, right? Everything else is making 11, 9, 8, 7, 13. And then the cost, 19. Oh. The price is one of the higher items on the menu, right? The only thing higher is the fisherman's platter. We are not making a good profit on that. Okay, so it has a high price and a high margin, I would say. Okay, now let's look at our total gross profit, which is here. So we made about $9,000 for this week. All right, so go to actions, suggestive selling. Remember we talked about this? Which item do we want to have the servers push? Let's have them push chicken parmesan, and then we'll sell more chicken parmesan. Let's run to February 18th. So we make more money on the chicken parmesan because it costs less to make and it's a higher price. That should mean that when we push that out through our waiters and our waitresses, we'll sell more, which means we'll make more. It would be more beneficial to us to sell more of the chicken parmesan than the fisherman's platter, because the fisherman's platter, it's to draw people in. It doesn't really make us much money. Alright, so let's go to reports, product menu mix. How many chicken parmesans did we sell after pushing it through our servers? 123. Pretty good, huh? Okay, what's the total number of items sold? 865. And what was it before? Let's take a look back. $850. So it went up 15. Small amount. Alright, our total gross profit is here. What happened to this compared to the last week? So 9,917, 9,200. So it went up a little bit. I guess like $700. So we'll click this one. All right, so let's apply what we've just learned here at Ned's Nest. What do they sell? Eggs? Breakfast? Okay. Let's go through all the steps again. Alright, so let's go to reports, product menu mix. How much are we selling here? We're selling, 1,220. Okay. Everything's pretty even here. Our biggest profit is coming from rack of lamb, beef short ribs. So those are the things that we want to sell. Okay. Let's send out a survey, figure out who's eating at our restaurant. So, do you eat as a business, couple, or family? And at which restaurant did you last eat? Because if it was at our restaurant, we want you. Ned's Nest. Not families, not couples, business people. Okay, so let's take out an ad, print advertising, and business around town. And remember, let's go back to product menu mix. Remember what our top sellers are as far as profit margin? We want to push the beef short ribs and the rack of lamb because we're making the most on those. So let's go to Suggestive Selling. Oh, we can only pick one. Let's do beef short ribs. And then we cannot change the menu in this lesson, but what I would have done is bump rack of lamb up to the top of the menu, and that would increase those sales too, because customers see it first and they like it. So let's go through the steps and make sure we didn't miss anything. Alright, that should do it. So let's go ahead and run this forward. It says that the magazine ad impact will grow over a period of time. So let's move forward a month-ish. Let's do the 17th. And let's see what happens. Looks like the profit went down a little bit, but that may be because we had to pay for our print advertisement for the month. Yeah. So look, our profit, like, more than doubled. So that's great. It's only been 2 weeks. We just need to increase a little less than $3,000. All right, it's almost Sunday. We should hit our goal once that hits Sunday. Let's take a look. All right, and we did it. So it's that simple.